Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cape Rugby TV, where every Wednesday night we take a look at what's happening in the world of club rugby, and of course our repeats on Saturday. Right, big thanks of course to our partners on board with us, Score Energy Drinks, of course on board with Western Province Rugby and Western Province Club Rugby Sevens. Stick around, I'll tell you a little bit later about how you can win yourself a case of Score Energy Drinks. And of course, MChem 24-hour pharmacy on the corner of N1 and Durban Road. All right, folks, as you know, a lot of the clubs are finding different ways to stay connected with their players. The training has been allowed again. Friendly fixtures are, of course, allowed again. But we wait and see what those various announcements are. Of course, in the meantime, some clubs have been getting their players on the park to keep them fit and healthy and motivated. And we of course, will carry on talking about the clubs in this manner to keep you connected. We're going to be catching up in a second or so with Gareth Jordan. Gareth is a coach at Unimil. Jonathan Avald from False Bay tells us about their activity. That club there is still very busy. Women's Rugby Sevens coming up. Their fifth team has got friendly fixtures planned for later, and they've got a new venture called the IPL. Gino Topley is from Titans Rugby Football Club. They are continue to find creative ways to stay busy, and we go to Gardens Rugby Football Club, where they had training on a Tuesday night. And of course, as always, we catch up with the DHL Western Province under 20 side. They of course travel to Guebera this weekend. But on the line with me now, Gareth Jordan, coach for Unimil Rugby Football Club. Now, Unimil, of course, have been staying connected with their players. They've been taking their players to gym, of course, finding different ways to reach out to the players and stay connected. Tell me a little bit more about that. I've got him on the show for the first time tonight, Gareth Jordan. Gareth, nice to have you here. Welcome to Cape Rugby TV.
How's it, JP? Yeah, thanks very much for having me. Good to be on.
Yeah, first time for us to chat with you. It's great to see that you guys are still, the doors are still open, so to speak. You're still busy talking to the players, the members, and so on. Tell us a little bit more about what's happening there. I mean, last time, in fact, I think it wasn't so long ago that we had Ishmael on the show with us. We, in fact, got a couple of behind-the-scenes photographs of him doing a bit of CrossFit himself.
Yeah, Ish likes to get involved whenever he can. I hope he's hitting the gym in Australia at the moment. Yeah, JP, as you say, our doors are still open. We're encouraging our players to get down to 2 CrossFit sessions a week that we're still putting on a Tuesday and Thursday. We also have developed some support groups where each coach has got his group of players that he needs to contact on a weekly basis, and that's just more of a personal connection kind of thing, and less about rugby and more about the person at the moment. So yeah, we also encourage boys that if they can't attend their CrossFit sessions, that they post their workouts on WhatsApp groups and challenge each other to try beat their scores, which has been pretty cool. Some crazy workouts being thrown around with some crazy names and some interesting videos and photographs, which is always good to see. But yeah, I've got to take my hats off to our players. They've been through 18 months of preparation, just about to play, gets called off. I think that's happened about 3 times. Yeah. But a lot of them are still really keen to keep fit and look after their personal health and fitness, and yeah, that's been really cool to see. And even some of the coaches are starting to step in and sort their fitness out, which is a bit of a bonus for us.
So I was wondering about how that actually rolls out, because we know that on a field normally there's a coach with a whistle, and the coach is shouting at the players, get faster, jump higher, get around the corner. And you guys have got a whole gees going generally when it comes to on-field training, and there's a buzz, and if you get down to any rugby field, that you can hear the rugby training from a couple of 100 meters away, and now you're in the gym, in the CrossFit gym. How does the coach work with the guys that are doing the gym stuff? I mean, are they also shouting and going crazy?
So it's a good laugh, actually. We had a session about 2 weeks ago, and it's it was like I said to you earlier, the connection and the banter and the gears that's generated within the CrossFit setup is pretty cool. You can the boys walk out like dead on their feet, but you can see that they've kind of been buoyed by a bit of interaction, a bit of, like I say, banter and chirping. So that's been really cool. We're really blessed and privileged to have William from Two Oceans Fitness, which is just up the road from us, and he's been really, really helpful in designing CrossFit programs. We decided to work on a lot of body movement type of exercises where boys could work on their flexibility and range of motion, and then hopefully help them with some prehab and any existing injuries that they can sort out. And then also just teaching boys, the correct lifting technique so that if they do end up going to gym by themselves, that they don't get injured and they can improve on their personal record, so to speak. And then, like I said, coaches are starting to get involved, and I think a lot of players kind of pick up on that and notice that, and they can try drive them on as well. And there's always banter about coaches beating players in personal fitness time. So, they write their scores up on the wall. Those scores stay there from week to week. They see if they can improve them. Some coaches come into some sessions with their own made-up sessions. Ben Fenter, our forwards coach, enjoys coming along with a hell of a session to challenge the boys with. We try and mix it up. We try to give everyone a responsibility. If a player's got a particular workout that they want other boys to try out, we fully encourage that. And I think the more buy-in you get from your players, then the longer they stay, the more they enjoy it, the more ownership they kind of feel that they have. So it's a kind of a win-win for everyone.
Behind the scenes, of course, just to keep those wheels turning, it takes a group of people that have the will and the energy and the passion to keep driving it. Over the years, we've of course we all know what Nolene has been up to, and Ish has been up to, and Adie's been up to, and Saral's been up to. I mean, the list goes on, and it has always been for me a special opportunity to grab a samosa when I'm coming into the venue. But behind the scenes, you guys, of course, as a management structure, have had to maybe change the dynamics of communication a little bit.
Yeah, look, we're really blessed to continue to have Nolene, Sarl driving the ship. It's quite crazy how that just seems to go from strength to strength. So, I mean, we're really grateful and really blessed to have them at our club. Marcus also does an incredible job attending meetings and trying to make sure everyone's safe. Policing rugby players it can be tricky at the best of times, and now during COVID, it's obviously so much more. So he's been amazing.
Yeah.
And then we're really blessed to have a really good group of coaching staff who are passionate. We try and meet as regularly as possible via Zoom. And again, that's just coaches meeting. How's it going? What are your thoughts? Have you picked up any concerns with players?
Yeah.
WhatsApp groups are in full flow. As I mentioned earlier, each coach has got their support group that they monitor, and in the player groups, the videos and the messages are flying around. It does dip off from time to time, and sometimes you need to work a little bit harder to make sure everyone's okay and still on board and still is keeping fit and healthy.
Gareth, we'll leave it at that. I tip my hat to you guys for all the activity that you're doing and reaching out to the players, keeping them connected, making them feel that they've still got a home and someone to reach out to. And we'll obviously catch up with you guys again soon. We're looking forward to photographs and videos when they eventually do arrive, and all the best to Nolene and the rest of the family at Unimil.
Thanks very much, JP. And on behalf of Unimil, we really appreciate and we're really grateful for what you do in keeping clubs and players connected and open. And we know that you're working incredibly hard behind the scenes to try to keep club rugby in the Western Cape thriving. Thanks very much for everything you do, pal.
There we go, folks. Gareth Jordan, of course, coach at Unimil, and the guys are doing a fantastic job there. This is what rugby is all about, folks. It is much more than scoring points, and we're hearing these stories come out more and more of how clubs are coming up with creative ways to keep their players active, to keep them connected, and to feel like they've got a second home. And Unimil, again, just demonstrating that is actually happening, and that's what rugby's about. We'll take a break. When we come back, we carry on talking about club rugby, but we also catch up with the Western Province Rugby under-20s. Back in a sec.